Hi, everyone, and welcome to the next session in this meditation series called Claiming Masculine and Feminine Energy. We are Ann and Catrina from the Twin Flame Way. I'm Catrina.
I'm Ann.
And we're so glad to bring you this series. We are working with the chakras and the auric field in this series and teaching you how to reclaim the energy that is misappropriated in relationship to each of these chakras. And we're focusing in the body on the feminine and the masculine energy, bringing that into our awareness and healing cords of connection through various types of relationships in association with each chakra. In the past two sessions, we have guided you to healing the chakra and the relationship cords in the solar plexus and the heart chakra, and today we're going to come down to the sacral chakra. That's your creative center, and that chakra is located just below the navel, and we are going to work with that energy today. And at the end of this series, we're going to do a fun energy activity that is really just to help you begin to broaden your awareness of your energy and the way energy flows between the chakras. And because this series really is about twin flame relationships, we've started here kind of in the center of the energy field with personal power being related to the solar plexus, and we are kind of coming into it. So the first series, we collected your personal power that may have been misappropriated through relationships with others currently or in the past, and we worked next after that to open the heart and to release any wounds of self-protection that have been placed in guarding the heart. And today we're going to work with the sacral center. And so what's really interesting about this series and the way we're building into it is that this is going to be directly related to how you energetically engage with your twin as a masculine or a feminine energy. So the masculine pole is at the sacral chakra, and so there are physical manifestations in the body that represent these, although those are not always, that's not always the case. As we're learning, as consciousness expands and we become more aware of what the purpose of feminine and masculine energy is, and the way it harmonizes, the actual physical manifestations of masculinity and femininity are kind of falling away. And so we've sort of evolved out of, we really evolved out of gender. And so, so now we're looking at feminine and masculine energies and the way that they relate together on an energetic level, because that's kind of the point. And that's exactly why we have fallen out of gender being representative of these energies, is so because God wants us to understand that it's not about the gender. We have to transcend gender here. And so God is showing us through the evolution of our race that when we transcend gender, we have to connect with which energy we predominantly are. Are we a masculine energy? Are we a feminine energy? And the whole purpose of this awareness is to be aware of the union with our twins and coming into this this first step of ascension where we are merging together with our twins energetically, and we're engaging in a greater and higher purpose that's by our soul's design. And so that does come with a lot of fun parts of the relationship, and what we're doing in this series is kind of teaching you how to heal so that you can fully claim the masculine or feminine energy that you are, and so that you can make space for your twins' energy, whether they are masculine or feminine, because you're going to energetically harmonize with one another. And so these healing steps are very important in each chakra, on each level of the auric field. And so today what we're going to do is work with the masculine pole and the feminine pole. The feminine pole is the heart, the outgoing energy, and the receptive point of the feminine energy is the sacral. And then it's reversed for the masculine. So we're going to work with the energy today and allowing our energy to flow. And we're going to work with this as if we're a feminine energy, with the energy flowing from the heart. And we're going to let it kind of make, and we're just going to do this fun activity where we just kind of let it be like an infinity symbol. And we're just going to start to feel the energy, sending energy out of the heart and letting it come back through the solar plexus, loop through the sacral center, back through the solar plexus and into the heart. And just, and this is really just for fun, and we'll build on this more in the future as we teach more about sexuality and sexual engagement with twins. But for right now, this is really just something that's fun. And once we heal in these chakras and broaden our awareness, we can kind of play with the energy a little bit. And there's no reason not to do that, because it's really great to be creative on the journey of healing, and it doesn't have to be hard and heavy all the time. So I love to play with energy, and I love to feel it and read all its symbols and help the people that I work with do that as well. And so, so today we will have a really powerful sacral chakra healing, and then we'll start to feel like the flow of sexual energy meet with the love energy of the heart, and just sort of feeling that in flowing through those chakras together. So, so let's get started. If you are new to this series and you did not go through the solar plexus healing and the heart chakra healing that we did in the previous 2 weeks, you will probably want to do those videos first. You'll probably want to hop over there and listen to those. So you can hang out with us and do this, but to get the full experience that we're offering here, you'll definitely want to spend a week of practice. Like most of you who are with us in this series know that we're teaching each week is meant to be a week-long practice for you. So, so you can just pick that up whenever. So please stay with us, or go watch the recordings and then come back to this recording. Either way you want to approach it. All right, so let's go ahead and begin by getting very relaxed and closing our eyes. We do recommend a seated position. And you can just put your palms flat down on the top of your thighs. Make sure your feet are firmly grounded into the floor. Tall, long spine, gently resting against the back of your chair. Breathing in, eyes closed, head tilted back ever so slightly, tongue at the roof of the mouth just behind the 2 front teeth. Breathing in deeply. Bringing all the energy of awareness into the body, into the center of the body, following it inward with each in-breath. And with each exhale, allowing the awareness to remain at that center, perhaps visualizing the exhaling breath into the center of the body there. Allowing the awareness to remain within. Pointing the awareness inward on the in-breath and deepening it on the exhale. And now let's begin at the heart today. So just placing one hand over the heart, and placing the other hand on top of that hand. Breathing in, and just with the intention, opening this heart space as wide as it will go. You can breathe with your breath into this space. Just as we use the breath to center the awareness within, we can use the breath to center the awareness in the heart. So drawing breath, lifting the heart up, lifting the chest, the very top of the breath, exhaling, widening, opening the heart. The heart knows what to do, because we've already worked here. We've already sent a massive healing to this energy vortex, and we've cleared so much space and we've opened it, and so responsive and receptive now to just our slightest intention or touch to open. So we don't need to spend a lot of time here. We just simply need to say, yes, I'm ready to open fully to give and receive love. And then coming down and placing one hand over the solar plexus, just around the area of the stomach, the center of personal power in the house of mental energy. Just opening this center, drawing in all the mental energy today into this vortex. Just saying, we're just going to give you a rest here. We're going to let you be open and charged and balanced. But we don't really need to use a lot of mental energy right now. So we'll just relax that aspect of the energy body. Give it a rest. Right now we're going to engage with the energy body connected to the heart and the energy body connected to the sacral chakra. So moving down to the sacral chakra, just about 2 inches below your navel, you can place one hand there and the other hand on top of that hand. We're just going to tune in, bringing all the awareness into the belly, into the hips, into the organs, all the sexual organs that are housed in this part of the body, the kidneys, the adrenal glands, the joints of each hip. We're just going to send light into this area. We're just going to invite all that does not serve to be released. All the emotions that do not serve us, we're going to allow them to be released during this time. So let's just work with that intention. Just fully set that intention now. I have sovereignty over my emotions. I choose to have emotions that are balanced and support me. And we can just give thanks here for this very important part of our energy system, because it really is like a compass. It's like a GPS system that helps us navigate our physical world. It helps us understand the right way to go. It helps us understand how to direct our minds, how to direct our choices. We simply acknowledge when there are emotions that do not serve, that they are helping us direct our mind toward thoughts and beliefs that do serve our highest good. So breathing light deeply into the belly, just imagining a swirling vortex of bright orange light here at the front and at the back of the body. Just visualizing it in perfect wholeness, vibrant and radiant, fully charged, teeming with life, teeming with creative energy. Moving into this level of awareness of our existence. Giving ourselves full permission to feel the pleasures of life. The pleasures of being in a body. The pleasures of the senses. And we release all that does not allow us that experience. And so from that intention, we'll look at the flows of energy. Look at the feminine flow of energy here and the masculine flow of energy. And we'll see how we're connected, how we commune with our brothers and sisters in this way of emotions and of seeing ourselves connected in the physical world. And so as you begin to bring relationships to mind, take an honest look. Take an honest look here. And first, let's call in the twin energy. And take an honest look at the twin energy and ask yourself, am I relating in perfect balance? Do I feel guilt or shame? In relationship to this person? And if so, just simply release it now. Saying, I choose to receive in the fullness of a pleasurable experience in this relationship. Take an honest look at this relationship and ask yourself, do I behave in a way that is controlling? Am I often angry or resentful? And if you feel that there's some anger or resentment there, simply release it and say, I choose to give pleasurable energy to this relationship. I choose to be pleased. And in doing so, we're working with energy, releasing energy blocks that can prevent us from fully harmonizing on the emotional level, on the level of communion and co-creation, of creativity and of active partnership. We're calling in this union, this harmonious union with the twin flame, that we want to see a co-creative relationship between ourselves and this person and God, a triune. We want to see this fully manifested in active partnership in all ways of relating and living life together. And so we must release the energy blocks that cause us to outwardly, through the masculine energy, block by criticism and resentment and anger. We must release the blocks that prevent us from receiving in on the feminine side. Emotional blocks such as guilt and shame. And it's so easy to do because you are sovereign. You are fully sovereign over your body, your energy, your mind. So simply becoming aware and choosing otherwise is all that is needed, just as we have done in this way. And you may do this a few times as more and more is revealed, and that's okay. And you may find that there are many other relationships that need this healing. And you can bring some of them to mind now and some later on your own in your own practice with this technique. But let's look at our relationship with our parents in this session. This can be a primary caregiver that's a masculine and feminine energy. May have been someone that you chose to place a lot of importance upon. Their thoughts and beliefs about you, their words, impact you greatly. They influence you greatly in your emotions. This could be your mother and your father, or it could be a grandparent. It could have been a person who raised you or was very influential in your childhood. Let's just approach the feminine energy first, the mother or the primary feminine caregiver of your lifetime. And let's just inspect this relationship on an emotional level, again, like we did with the twin. And we're just here with the awareness in the belly. Again, let's just draw that awareness in so that we can really feel the healing and be able to testify to ourselves. So drawing the breath into the belly, filling the belly with light, radiant sacral chakra, spinning vortex out of the front of the body and one out of the back. The two tips meet perfectly in the center of the sacrum, below the spine. Filling that area with light, perfectly open and balanced. Allowing a beautiful pool of light to spill into the left side of the belly and into the right side, filling in the left hip and the right hip. All of the organs there. Perfect health, everything in perfect working order. Even if you have had a surgery in your body and maybe you don't have all these organs, we're still visualizing perfect health and perfect working order, because energetically we have that balance when we choose. We have that when we choose. And the physical body is merely a communication tool, allowing us to recognize when we need to correct the energy, when we need to release energy, draw in more, balance, heal. And so now with the awareness here, inviting in the energy of that primary feminine caregiver. And as you call this energy into your awareness, if it feels like your stomach drops out, if you feel like that empty gut feeling, then it's time to take a very close look at this relationship and see, where am I in misalignment with this relationship? And it really is all in the mind. It's really about choice and how you choose to view this relationship. Because from that choice, everything you offer and everything you receive will be according to the choice. So if you have not made one intentionally to be in a healthy, balanced relationship with this person, then make that choice now. And it doesn't mean you're going to go strive for it in the external version of the relationship. It means that you're going to manage your attitudes, your thoughts, and your emotions about this person. Releasing the idea that you somehow are responsible for this relationship. Just go ahead and give that forgiveness into this relationship. It is not your responsibility to make this relationship work a certain way. That's God's job. And it feels very good to give God's job. So we simply release that. We release that need to perform at this relationship. We send forgiveness here, fully releasing the need for praise and approval. If this is a relationship that causes you to criticize yourself, be honest here. And make the choice to release that pattern. And as you're working in this energy, you may feel a fullness and a heat in your belly on the left side as you're drawing this healing in. And you may have more work you feel you need to do. And that's okay. You will have the opportunity to come back to this anytime. And so moving on, calling in the primary masculine caregiver energy. This may be your father or grandfather, could have been a childhood mentor. Just asking yourself, is this an energy that you connect with emotionally? Have you blocked this energy emotionally from your connection? Do you feel you're truly able to commune? Has this person harmed you in some way in your emotions? Or in your body, in this area of your body, especially? And if so, it's time to reclaim. It's time to reclaim the energy that you exchange with this relationship. It's not about changing the way you physically relate to this person. It's about changing the way you think and feel about the relationship with this person. Sometimes we heal a relationship and the physical contact with the person falls away as a natural result. So if you're feeling now some very big and difficult emotions flooding into your system in relationship to this work, then that is an indication that there is work to do here, and you can congratulate yourself for doing it now, because it does not have to be hard. Even when there is trauma or great loss, the power to reclaim our lives is fully within us. And the emotions that we experience in connection with these energies, when they drag us down and make us feel like we're bottomed out, they're simply there to let us know that we want in our soul to reclaim the energy that we have allowed to escape, or the energy that perhaps we feel someone has tried to take from us. And so just visualizing the chords of relationship between these two people, you can just visualize lines of energy extending, one from the left side of this chakra, one from the right side, and just filling your belly with light. Letting it be full, and as you breathe, letting this perfect healing light flow through each chord of connection. Do not limit yourself by thinking these people do not deserve the healing of their relationship. They deserve it as much as you, and it is not given by you. It is given through you, and not only for you, but also for them. And so now, releasing this activity, coming back into the sacral chakra, releasing thoughts of relationship, just coming back into the body in this area, coming back into the sense of creativity that is here. We've just reclaimed so much energy for creation, for the raw prana of life. In sending forgiveness out and correcting, allowing our emotions to guide us to be empowered in our choices. In this way, we give ourselves more creative energy to do the things that we choose, that are aligned with who we really are. And that's why we do it. Because we choose to create the life that we want, that gives us joy. So feeling those affirmations in the belly, feeling the power of those words resonate. We'll draw the awareness up to the solar plexus, allowing this creative energy to flow up into the power center, allowing it to flow up into the heart, feeling the heart really expand with this new energy, ready to create. It feels like it wants to flow freely out of our hands. Inspires us to give love, to give gifts of love in so many ways. Holding the energy in the heart. Just allowing it to flow again out of the heart, out of the front of the heart. You can just feel it like a line of energy flowing from the heart out into the belly, just above the navel, around, down, circling back out the back of the sacral chakra and entering again in the front of the sacral chakra into the solar plexus. You can use your hands to follow along. We'll do this several times so that you can really begin to feel this creative energy flow and connecting with the love energy. You can use your hands to follow along to each chakra. Again, placing one hand over the heart, feeling the energy flow out of the heart, down into the solar plexus at the diaphragm. Like a figure eight, down to the back of the body, down toward the hips, out the back of the body, circling around into the front of the sacral chakra, up through the solar plexus, into the heart, and again out the heart. So just placing your hands there over your sacral chakra. Just being prepared to receive the energy of the heart into this place. Sending the energy of love out of the heart, down through the solar plexus, scooping back and around and into the sacral, making a figure 8 up, out the back of the heart, around and into the heart, down into the solar plexus, in, out, around the sacral chakra. And so with our intention, we have sent a flow of energy. You do not have to keep monitoring the flow because the energy follows thought. You can simply rest and relax and breathe and allow the awareness to expand. You may feel your body really heating up. Which is perfectly normal. You may feel surges of energy, and it may feel sexual to you, and that is perfectly normal. We're dealing with the creative energies. They are so often misunderstood. They are for creating life in all its various forms. And when we align those energies with the love of the heart, we create heaven on earth. So allowing the heart energy to flow, pour out of the front of the heart, circle around through the body, through the center of the body, out the back, circling around under the hips, back into the front of the belly, out the back of the heart, around and into the front of the heart again. And so as you develop yourself in this practice, and you can play with this exercise as much as you'd like, will really help you to sync the energies between the heart and the sacral chakras and allow them to begin to flow and work together, and allow your awareness to begin to understand how they work together in the creative cycle of manifestation. So I invite you to do that on your own. Explore that. Explore what healing comes to you as a result, what messages come to you through your visualizations, through your physical feelings during the meditation. So for now, we're gonna just kind of draw back into the room. First, grounding down. We've been playing with the energy through these three chakras, and so we may feel a little ungrounded if we just open our eyes suddenly. So let's ground that energy down. Just placing the hand over the heart, the hand over the sacral chakra, and just say thank you and send it back to its normal state. Placing the hands over the solar plexus. Thank you. Returning to your normal state, balanced and open. And then visualizing that line of energy that we've been sending just dive down through the root chakra, coming out the tailbone into the floor beneath you, deeply into the floor, into the ground beneath the floor of the building you're in, deeply down into the bedrock below the ground, through water, down into the earth, hot earth, molten lava to the very center of the earth, snapping into place like two magnets that cannot be separated. And following it back up through hot lava, earth, water, rock, granite, dirt, through the floor beneath you, up into your tailbone, back into your physical body, finally coming to the heart, and being fully grounded, can begin to wiggle our fingers and our toes and blink the eyes just a little, ever so slightly, to let in some light. You may feel the need to move a little bit of your body before you fully come back to the room with your eyes wide open. Just give yourself as much time as you need. And when you're ready, open your eyes and be ready to return to your day with joy and love, with calmness, connection, communion with your brothers and sisters. We love you so much. Thank you for joining us. Please join us again next week as we continue this series. Meanwhile, you can find the previous meditations in this series in the video section of this page, the group page, Twin Flame Meditation Group. We look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.
Bye.